Mom screamed, "Get out and never come back." So I did. Weeks later, Dad asked why the mortgage payments stopped. Can you imagine spending 5 years secretly paying your parents' mortgage, pouring your heart and soul into keeping a roof over their heads, only to have your own mother scream in your face, "You're ungrateful. Get out and never come back." Because that's exactly what happened to me, Stephanie Carson. And believe me, that day, I did exactly what she asked. I was 32, and my career in financial consulting had afforded me a comfortable downtown apartment, but it also let me help my family. I never expected a parade for it, but I certainly didn't expect to be thrown out of the very house I was paying for. Before I tell you how everything spectacularly imploded that Sunday afternoon, let me take you back a bit. I grew up in a modest 3-bedroom house in a pretty average neighborhood in Riverside, just outside Boston. My parents, Carol and Michael Carson, tried their best for my younger brother, Ryan, and me, but money was always tight. Mom worked as a receptionist, and Dad bounced between sales jobs, never quite landing on his feet. Despite the constant financial tightrope walk, education was non-negotiable in our house. I dove into my studies, partly because I genuinely loved learning, but mostly because I saw academic success as my golden ticket to a future that felt stable, secure. While my friends were living it up at the mall, I was tutoring younger kids, earning extra cash that almost always went towards household expenses my parents just couldn't cover. All that hard work paid off. I snagged a full scholarship to Boston University's School of Business. Those 4 years were a revelation. For the first time, I was surrounded by people who were just as driven and ambitious as I was. I graduated summa cum laude and landed an entry-level position at Blackwood Consulting, a prestigious financial firm right in downtown Boston. My career was finally taking off, soaring really, and then, disaster struck at home. The economic downturn hit my dad hard. At 54, laid off from his latest sales position, with no specialized skills and an outdated resume, he faced rejection after rejection. Mom's receptionist's salary barely covered their basic expenses, and they started falling behind on the mortgage. I'll never forget the phone call from my mom 7 years ago. Her voice was choked with tears. "We're going to lose the house, Stephanie," she sobbed. "The bank sent a final notice today." Without even a second thought, I drained my modest savings to bring their mortgage current. But I knew that was just a temporary band-aid. After some serious thought, I approached their bank and somehow, I convinced them to make an arrangement they rarely offer. I would take over the mortgage payments directly, but my parents' names would stay on the loan. The bank manager was skeptical, but after reviewing my financials and credit history, he agreed. My parents would continue to believe they were making payments through some vague assistance program the bank supposedly offered them. In reality, I was transferring the exact amount to the bank every single month. Meanwhile, my career kept climbing. By 27, I was a senior financial consultant at Blackwood, with a corner office and a salary that allowed me to rent a beautiful 1-bedroom apartment in Back Bay. Still, I kept my childhood bedroom at their house, staying over on weekends, dutifully showing up for family dinners. The dynamics in our family had always been. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.